Unfortunately, I don't have the time to get into the details about each one here. However, all these bail-in laws seem to follow the same 3 rules, likely because of their collective conformity with the FSB. The first rule is that bank bail-ins are only allowed for banks that are deemed to be domestically or globally important. It's not entirely clear which banks fall into the domestically important category, but it's safe to assume that this rule pertains to those with the most assets under management. As for globally important banks, the FSB publishes a list of them every year, along with their de facto risk of default due to derivatives debt. There are currently 30 globally systemically important banks, with JP Morgan being noted as the highest risk. JP Morgan reportedly has $60 to $70 trillion of derivatives debt. If you're wondering what happens when a non-systemically important bank goes under, the answer seems to be that they get to be acquired by a domestically or globally important bank. If that wasn't wild enough, regulators are trying to apply these laws to crypto exchanges. More on that in a moment. Now, the second rule of bank bail-ins is that they do not apply to bank balances below the deposit insurance threshold. In the US, the FDIC covers $250,000 of deposits. In the UK, the FSCS covers £85,000, and in the EU, it's €100,000, with various insurers involved. If you think this means your money is safe, think again. As pointed out by the Huffington Post, quote, "Deposit insurance funds in both the US and Europe are woefully underfunded, particularly when derivative claims are factored in. In short, insurers don't have enough money to cover all bank deposits." In the case of the FDIC, its 2021 annual report suggests that it only has around $120 billion in its insurance fund. This is a drop in the bucket compared to the $19 trillion of bank deposits in the US and a speck of sand in the desert of the derivatives market, which could be in the quadrillions. Luckily, there's the third rule of bank bail-ins, which states that you will be given some alternative asset in exchange for your lost deposits. Now, believe it or not, but these alternative assets are typically shares in the bank that you bailed out. Let that sink in. The bank takes your money and gives you its worthless stock in return.